the energy at the bottom of the deck is the Ace of Cups. And what I'm seeing here right away is that your heart is awakening again. Someone has entered your situation, has entered your environment, your world, and they feel like they could become someone very special in your life. In a way, this person is making you feel things that either you've never felt before or you haven't felt in a very long time. You're able to be yourself around them. And in a way, you like yourself when you are around them, when you talk to them. The things you say, the things you think about, they just really bring the best out of you, and you want to keep that energy into your environment and making it grow, making it become something that will last a long time. But this Ace of Cups is followed by this moon, and I definitely see you here, Leo, trying to understand as much as possible about this person. In a way, obviously, we will see in a second, you're just trying to not get to a place where you're going to be disappointed. And so the situation, it's so good right now that you might be thinking, where's the catch? What is here that I'm not seeing yet? This cannot be it. And also you might be seeing certain things, very tiny, very small, but then that you might perceive as potential red flags, but they don't look like red flags as of now, yet at least. So what is this all about? Let's look into this situation. In the middle of the reading, you know what? We see exactly that. We see that you have the opportunity here to invest. You have the opportunity here to really spend your time, spend your energy and your love with someone who really shows a lot of potential. But look at this. You're not sure. What is it here that it's making you feel as though maybe you should delay it? Maybe you should wait for a confirmation, for some sort of validation before you completely enter this new chapter and you start creating true expectations. You know, the Six of Pentacles overall, it's always a good sign to have because it talks about stability and abundance. There is here a situation that can really give you more than you need, but at the same time, is that potential something that it's actually going to happen, or is it just an illusion? That moon, when you have the moon into your environment, you always, even if you see the most beautiful thing in front of you, even if the most beautiful thing happens to you, you win the lottery, for example. Now you're thinking, is that true though? Is this a joke? Is this a April Fool's? What is this? Someone is maybe just playing with me, and it's not your fault. It's that energy right there, and energy is coming to our environment for specific reasons. So we will see why you feel this way, and we will see what the truth behind this potential illusion actually is. But with Two of Swords, obviously, you want to move forward. You want to really take the next step. But look, the Two of Swords is maybe anticipating the Three of Swords. And so overall here in your focus position, having this card, the Three of Swords, really means that you are overall afraid of a heartbreak. You're afraid of a disappointment. You do not want to merge with someone's energy and then find out later that that might have been one of the biggest mistakes of your life. There is something right here that I am not sure yet if this has to do anything with this person or if this has to do something with your past instead. But this Three of Swords right here, it's clearly an energy that it's making you very careful. It's making you very vigilant overall. And it's making you potentially pass on a opportunity that could actually be beautiful. And we'll try to find out as much information as possible in the evolution of the situation if you were to give it a chance. But right now, we just have to analyze the current energies and the fact that maybe you are afraid to end up heartbroken. Now, this is just telling us so far, A, that you really care about this person and that you see a lot of potential. And B, that maybe you are still too much connected to your past. You know, in your past position, 9 of Cups, there is something right here which it was almost like a wish coming true for you. You had to fight for this. You had to wait for this. But then when it happened, you really perceived it as the major achievement into your life. You thought, okay, now my life is going to change. Now all the struggle, all the pain is going to go away. And you were certain about it, right? You thought that from that moment forward, it would have been easier. Life would have been easier. And maybe that's where you end up right there with the 3 of Swords. You know, for some of you, it could be the same person that you've thought you were going to spend your life with, and then you had the disappointment. Right now, is trying to come back with the Ace of Cups. But for most of you, I feel that these are 2 different people. Now, this is a card that it's talking about an energy, the 9 of Cups, still being in your environment. You still have something coming your way which will be your wish coming true. The fact that this one hasn't turned out how you want it to turn out, it doesn't mean that it's never going to happen. This is just being delayed, and we will see soon how it's going to develop. Your strength right now is to heal. Now, regardless of what you decide to do, decide to give this person from the past another chance, or give this new person a real chance, or even just being single by yourself, the most important thing that you have to do right here is healing, is getting your closure. Sometimes we underestimate how much this 4 of Swords is actually important. If you don't get closure, this is something that will stick with you forever, for the rest of your life. And it's important for you to just understand what has happened, to just come to that closure, because it will set you free. There are things that we forget about, but that still deeply impact our vision, our future, our present as well, of course, and our actions, our words. And here, clearly the cards are telling you, Leo, it's time for you to analyze the past, understanding what has happened, and then let it go. Because now it's still too much present in your energy, in your current energy. Now, regardless of this, we see that things are going to evolve soon, supporting the reading, supporting also this message that we just talked about, 3 of Cups. You have to forget about the worries. That's what the 3 of Cups represents. You just have to focus on the positive side of the situation, because what's coming towards you deserve a celebration. The 3 of Cups talks about resolving differences, overall expressing your true emotions, which maybe you haven't in a while, because you've learned that once you do that, you end up with a broken heart. Is that true though? It's not. Yes, you've had that experience, but is it a rule? Is it a constant? No, it's not, Leo. And so what you have ahead, it's definitely something that you do not want to miss out on. Page of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, honestly, we see that coming up for you in your hidden energy position. The Ace of Pentacles, we have a very stable new beginning for you right here. And look what that new beginning is surrounded with. It's surrounded with luck. It's surrounded with excitement and passion, everything that makes who you are. And so right here, you see loyalty. You see great potential for success, that seed, which really represents an opportunity to completely change your life. A new cycle is beginning here. And, I think maybe it was Capricorn, it had similar issue, not being able to break a cycle. This is your opportunity to break a cycle and to find what you're really looking for. So this is the time for you, when you see the Ace of Pentacles, to visualize, prioritize, what am I going to do in order to make this successful, and act. Of course, so far we've been looking into your energy, and we see that regardless of how you feel, this has a lot of potential. The reason why you feel this way with this person, it's because there is something coming up. It's an anticipation of what's coming up for you. This Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles are very similar, are on the same timeline. And this new love, it's loyal. This new love, it's abundant, stable, secure, safe. And so let's now flip the reading. Let's see into the other person's energy, right? Let's see how they feel towards you. Let's see what their long-term intentions are. Is this actually someone you should trust? Or should you follow your fears, your doubts? Are they a symptom of something that might come up with this person in the future? Let's see how they feel. Let's see what this Ace of Pentacles is representing, is symbolizing for your near and distant future. Let's see how overall this situation is bound to evolve. If you want to dive deeper into the messages, Leo, just follow me in the extended reading link below in the description box. Also, don't forget that every week I randomly select viewers who have watched the extended video to offer them a free personal 30-minute reading. I send out emails every Monday morning. Make sure to check out your spam folder as well. Now, stay tuned for the extended preview coming right up after this. Welcome back to your extended reading, Leo, and thank you so much for deciding to support the channel. I couldn't do this without you, so I really appreciate it. Now, back to your situation. Let me tell you one thing. I put down this deck, and that's the card that we have at the bottom of it. So I'm not going to use it because you didn't see me, but at the same time, you have a really good signs overall. This is something different. This person is different, and you know it. Whether this is someone from the past or someone new, their energy, it's a type of energy that you do not want to miss out on. But I understand why you would, because of everything that you went through. Now, we talk about cards. We often just describe what they are, but behind these cards, there are powerful energies and often struggle through your swords. This is not something that anyone would want to go through. In a way, you just lose the excitement to do things, to get out of bed, to be alive. These are very dark times. And of course, we try everything that we can to not get there ever. But with love comes risk. With love, you have something that can always take you there, but it doesn't have to. It did in the past. Heal it. Let it go. Because what you have here, it's beautiful. It's safe. It's worth taking that risk for. But let's get all the confirmations, because what we see so far is your energy. Let's start focusing on this other person's energy. Let's first see how they feel and their intentions whenever they look at you, whenever they think about you. How do they envision this connection evolving in the future? And then we will see what this specific path that it's opening up in front of you, it's actually going to take you. Okay, you know what? You are way more similar than you think. And this Star card wants to come back up again. This is a very sweet message.